Assalamu alaikum, my sisters. I want to actually share with you something very, very interesting. I mentioned about this yesterday, last night, in my reminders about Jannah, paradise description, and I quoted this ayat from Surah Al Baqarah, ayat number 25. Allah Azza wa Jal basically, He said in the middle of the ayah, كُلَّمَا رُزِقُ مِنْهَا مِنْ ثَمَرَةٍ رِزْقًا قَالُوا هَذَا الَّذِي رُزِقْنَا مِنْ قَبْلُ. So the people of Jannah, when they will be presented with a fruit, samara, they will say that this is something we have tasted before. Means they will be surprised that a fruit is given to them again, even though they have eaten it. Now, these fruits, their taste is completely different, is even actually better. So the thing is that I really want you to understand here is that in this dunya, so this is what I want to tell you, and you have never heard this before. Okay, this is what I want to tell you. So let's say you eat something, and that thing, whether it is mango or banana or watermelon, whatever it is, it is either sweet, sour, or bitter, or maybe a combination of these three. But it is not more than those three things, or maybe four or five things. But in Jannah, the dimension of tasting things, it's much bigger. It's a completely new dimension. In Jannah, there is nothing limited to tasting something that is sour, sweet, or bitter. The taste in Jannah, it has more to it. Means there are things that you can taste in Jannah that you have never tasted before. Something you have never severed before. Something you never have experienced before. Not only that you did not see those things before in your life, but you have never tasted those things in your life. You cannot taste those things in this life. Why? Because these things, this extra taste, if you like, okay, there are, let's say we have in this life 3 or 4 tastes. Okay, this is how our tongue will recognize those flavor and those taste. But in Jannah, there might be millions of them. Even the people of Jannah, they are saying, every time they're tasting a fruit, they're saying, I tasted it before, now you're giving me something different, because this taste will be completely blowing their mind away. When it comes to sexual pleasure, we see a woman and we get attracted to her in limited ways in this dunya. So it could be her eyes, sometimes it could be her physique, it could be her this, it could be her that, maybe her nose, lips. But the Hur Alain in Jannah, we are not attracted to them only because of those things. We are attracted to them because of many other things. Allah Azza wa Jal created them in such a way, He put in them in so many other beautiful things that will attract any man, and bring them close to this Hur Alain. So basically means that there are more dimension to it, more dimension of what we know attraction is being redefined in Jannah. What we know tasting in this dunya is being redefined in Jannah. What we see something beautiful is being redefined in Jannah. The colors of the Sidratul Muntaha, when Rasulullah went and he saw the tree, it has colors that he never saw before. It means the color that we know, black, yellow, purple, red, white, these are colors that are only limited to this dunya. But there are colors that we have never seen, right? There are colors, Allahu Alam what kind of color they are, but we have never seen them. So the point here really is that, think about this. That place, Jannah, is a place. It has so much more fun. It has so much more that missing out on this is going to be a huge mistake. I mean, if people knew what they will get in Jannah, they would have no problem triggering a nuclear war, killing everybody else. If it had to come to that way, they would have killed their own even parents, their siblings. because they want to go to Jannah. I mean, this is, I should not be maybe using that analogy, but you can imagine, like, people will be fighting over this Jannah is so much. We talk about car, driving Ferrari car. We talk about going on vacation, going to this place, that place. These are all redefined. These are all completely different. Okay, the definition of all of these things will change, and you will be shocked. You will be in awe and shock, and you will be like, what is it? Just for us to learn what is in Jannah will perhaps take millions of years, just to explore and what is in Jannah. It will maybe take millions of years. So when Allah said that you will be entering them forever, it makes sense, because you cannot taste all the fruits if you live there 1 million years, because the taste there changes every time. So how can you live there 1 million years and then there are still a lot more for you to taste, to see, to touch, to enjoy. So you have to be there permanently. You have to be there forever. You cannot die because of the pleasure. This is a complete injustice to the pleasure of Jannah, that somebody will live only for a millionaire or a billionaire. They have to be there forever for them to be able to taste everything. These people that are in Jannah, and Surah Baqarah talks about people in Jannah. They are saying that we just had this fruit. What you're giving it to us? What is this? And then they will be asked, taste it. And they taste it, and they're like, I have never tasted it before. And then same thing. So it's a repetition, of pleasure, but gets better. This is something, subhanallah. Can you imagine how beautiful Jannah is? What we have there, and already. See, the thing is, dunya temptation. Okay, the zina of the dunya. Okay, all the beautiful things that Allah has given to us in this dunya, the temptation and the test. It is only so short. Like it's only for maybe few seconds sometimes. What I'm trying to tell you is that, let's say you are disobeying Allah in terms of sexual pleasure. For you really to get out of that temptation, it doesn't take you 1 hour. Okay, it doesn't take you 1 hour. It's a matter of few minutes, sometimes few seconds, depends on your iman. And you in return get eternity of Jannah. All you really did, take a look at all the tests, all the temptation that we have today. How long it takes for your eyes to lower the gaze when you look at something haram? Less than a second. And you just lower your gaze, and that's it. You never look back. And the help of Allah is also there. When you seek refuge in Allah, Allah is there to help you. So your temptation is gone. All you really did is few seconds, few minutes of effort, and you are buying Jannah for eternity. And you are disciplining yourself. You are obeying Allah Azza wa Jal continuously, consistently, right? And then once you die, what you're given will last forever. The thing is that, dear my sisters, we should not be fooling ourselves. What we have in Jannah is like ocean. What we have in this dunya is like a drop of water. So why should we, give up the ocean just to get one drop of water? Only somebody who is lunatic will do that. Somebody who is foolish will do that. This ayat, it opens my mind when I was thinking about this. Like people will say, this taste that we had, or the fruit that we had, and then the angels are telling them, no, try this new fruit, this is even better. It just boggles your mind away, because how is that even possible? Like, how is that even possible that every time you're tasting something is even better? And there is no limitation to your taste. If you say, well, I don't really like food, maybe you are not eating it now, but you'll be eating it later because of pleasure. And you can eat as many times as you want, and every time you're given a barbecue, chicken fry, beef, whatever it is, the taste will even, the taste will keep getting better. So this is something amazing about Jannah, and I think that we should not waste our time thinking about this dunya, fighting over this dunya for really nothing. We need to focus more time on Jannah, what we will get in Jannah. If you think about it continuously, if your focus is Jannah all the time, and a lot of people, they ask me so many questions, what do you get in Jannah? This is a good thing. You need to do tadabbur. You need to contemplate on those things. The more you do that, the more your brain will open up, your heart will open up to accepting that. Because if you do not know what is in Jannah, obviously, then your mind, your eyes, they're closed to it. You have to open it up by talking about it. SubhanAllah, wallahi, this channel about Jannah, I want to dig deep, man. I want to talk as much as possible about Jannah. Each ayat from the Quran, I want to dig deep, inshallah. New here, consider subscribing, like this video if you did, share this video. I'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.